Hello, this is Faisal. I'm a certified high performance coach and I help entrepreneurs and professionals just like yourself live happy, fulfilled, and successful lives by raising their performance and potential in everything that they do. I wanted to do a very quick video on control. What's a good kind of control in your life and what's a bad kind of control? And trust me, there is. This is actually one of the sessions I take people through in my coaching process. The video blurred there a bit. So I wanted to give you guys this quick overview of what is it that we should control in our life and what is it that we should stop worrying about. What are the things that we should completely forget about in terms of trying to control it? Why? Because a lot of the things that we try to control, they add a lot of anxiety in us. They create a lot of stress, and that stress stops us from focusing within our life. And that in turn stops us from being productive. That stops us from being present within our relationships, from being joyful within ourselves. So it's very important for you to know what areas of your life you should control, what areas of your life you should stop worrying about. All right, and at the end of this video, I'm going to give you guys an amazing offer that I've been posting in my other videos as well. I've actually posted the link already in the post. You can take a look at it when the video is done or whenever. But I'll talk about the offer at the end. But for now, let's talk about control. All right, so why is control important? Psychologically, we all need to feel like we're in control of our lives. That's normal. It might actually be considered a human need, that we need to feel a certain amount of control within our life. And almost all of us do have a certain amount of control. So like Tony Robbins said, if you don't feel like you're in control of yourself in this moment, or you feel like your environment has a certain amount of control, you wouldn't even be able to sit here and listen to me. So if you felt like the roof was going to fall off, then you wouldn't be able to sit and listen to me. So you need a certain amount of certainty and control within your life. But what a lot of people do is they try to control things that are completely outside of their control. Those are almost everything that people worry about. So what are the things that people try to control? People try to control other people in their lives, their behavior, their actions. People try to control other people's perception of themselves, so what other people think about you. People try to control how the weather is going to be, or how their day is how people are going to react to them throughout the day. So a lot of things that are completely outside of your control, what people try to worry about. And why do we do that? Well, one of the reasons why we do that is we think that we should control all this stuff, but you don't. You don't have to worry about what other people do. And this takes us to what are the things that we should control. Actually, it's very simple. There are only two things that you should be controlling in your life. And one is your reaction to circumstances, and two is your interpretation of circumstances. And that will, if you think about this and you get this mentally and emotionally, will completely transform how you think about the situations that you get into in your life. So all of us deal with different circumstances within our life. You will be faced with challenges day to day. You will plan something, but it won't go according to your plan. That happens to me almost every day. Or somebody's gonna react to you in a very negative way, or you're gonna run into somebody who's not very nice, or you're gonna get into an argument with somebody. A lot of things that are outside of our control. But then, and this is why a lot of people say that, well, I did this because I ran into that situation. I'm not happy because I ran into that situation. Well, let's talk about the reaction part of it. The reaction part of control is that how are you reacting to situations? So for example, somebody you run into, let's say you're driving along on a road or walking, and somebody cuts you off, and all of a sudden this surge of emotions come in, and how dare that person cut me off, or why wasn't that person considerable? A lot of people react in that way. But if you think about it, that's completely under your control, how you react to other people. You can decide in that moment to say that, well, why is this person doing this? Why is this person interrupting me or doing anything like that? Or why is this person cutting me off? Or you can just let it go. That's that person's problem, that that person interrupted you. And I see a lot of that on the road when driving, when people react really badly to other people sometimes. And it has nothing to do with you. Why? Because in that moment, that person has decided to do something irresponsible themselves. You are wasting your energy by reacting to that person. So it's affecting you much more than it would affect that person ever. A lot of times that person is gone, but you're still holding on to that emotion. And this could happen with a lot of things. How are you reacting to different circumstances? And so let's talk about interpretation. So we touched a little bit on that interpretation. So let's say you go through a particular circumstance. Let's say you have to deal with a health issue, or let's say you lost your job. How you interpret that is much more important than what happened in that moment. And that will determine whether or not you will move forward and go towards better opportunities. So let's say you got laid off or you got fired from your job, and the first thought that comes to you is, why me? Why did I have to be me? Why do I have to face with that? And a lot of people ask these questions, and I've talked about this before, where people ask the wrong questions. So you can say that why me, or why did I have to go through this and it's not fair? Or you can say, what is this teaching me? What do I need to learn out of this? Or what other doors are opening up for me after this? So the kind of question that you ask will determine how you interpret the circumstance. And this goes with a lot of things. A lot of people go through sickness. A lot of people lose loved ones. But how they interpret that circumstance means will determine how their state of mind and heart will be. So I want you to think about these two things, because the most important thing in your life is how you react, number one, and two, how you interpret the circumstances. And they're both very interconnected. So from now on, don't worry about what other people think as much as you're gonna worry about it. Just if you do worry about it, let it go. It's okay. Don't worry about what other people do in your environment. Don't worry about the weather. Don't worry about the politics, anything else. What you need to focus on is how you're reacting to something. So consistently ask yourself, how am I reacting to this circumstance, and how you're interpreting that circumstance. What is your interpretation of it? And the better you get at creating a more positive interpretation and reacting in a more clear way, the more joyful you're going to be, the more focused you're going to be, and the more important things you're going to focus on. So yes, control is very important in our life, and we need to feel like we're in control in our life, but stop trying to control things that will create anxiety and stress and fear within you. So the only two things that you have much control over, and I keep repeating this because it's so important, and a lot of people don't think about this, is your level of how you interpret a circumstance and how you react to it, or vice versa. So think about this, and if you have any questions and any thoughts, any comments, you can post it below. This is one of the topics that I take people through in my coaching as well. It's very important. So I talked about an offer in the beginning. So I have an amazing offer for you guys for the new year. I have 5 spots left for it. So what it is my high performance coaching. What I do is I take you through 5 areas in your life in that free strategy session that I'm offering. It's a 90-minute free strategy session. I take you through your level of clarity about who you are, your relationships, and what your success looks like. I take you through your how your energy is, your level of energy in terms of your physical, mental, and emotional. I take you through your level of productivity and how you can improve that. Your level of courage, how you deal with your challenges and fears in a better way, and your level of influence in terms of influencing your own thoughts in a positive way and influencing others in a better way. So make sure you take advantage of that. All you have to do is click on the link, go through the whole page that explains the whole coaching process. Well, not the whole thing, but it'll give you an overview. And then at the end, there will be a button where you can click that will take you to a form. I need you to fill out that form because I need to know if you're sincere about that change, and I need to know whether or not I can help you. And if I see that we're the right fit, and then I'm going to schedule that call, and we're going to jump on that free strategies session. And you don't have to be near me. We can do the session by a phone call or through video conferencing. I hope to hear from you, and until my next video, have an awesome day. Bye.